Thank you, everybody, for being here today. This is our 2020-21 fifth grade celebration assembly. We're going to begin today with our Pledge of Allegiance and our student pledge. So if you would, please go ahead and stand up. Be facing the American flag to your left. Place your right hands over your hearts. And repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now the student pledge. As a student of Meadowmere, I feel good about myself, care about others, and respect the rights and property of everyone. I am responsible for my own actions, and I show this through my schoolwork and my behavior. Each day I will strive to be a good student. With hard work, I can learn and I will learn. With this positive attitude, I pledge to quest for the best and reach for the stars. You may be seated. All right, the first thing that we would like to do is I would like to recognize your teachers real quick. This year has been a crazy year for so many different reasons. The COVID pandemic, changes from virtual learning to in-person learning to all kinds of different things. Some of you were at home all year long. Some of you were here as long as you could be here. But it was a challenge for everyone, and especially for the teachers, learning new things that they've never done before in order to make it work this year. So I'd like to recognize your fifth grade teachers. So let's give a round of applause to Mr. Purcell, Miss Barrett, and unfortunately Miss Halford cannot be here this morning because she has jury duty. Miss Halford. All right. So we're going to begin our recognitions this morning by giving out some awards for physical fitness. So, Coach Charles, if you come on up here. When you hear your name called, please make sure that you walk to your left, down to the end of the aisle, and then you'll come around and come forward and come up in front of the podium, where Coach Charles will give you a certificate. Then you will continue on towards the wall, and you'll go back down your row. Okay? Does that make sense? Everybody understand that? All right, Coach Charles, if you'd explain what these awards are for.
These awards are to recognize those students that achieved 4 out of 4 on the Presidential Fitness Challenge, or Presidential Fitness test. And we're also going to recognize those students that achieved 3 out of 4 in the Healthy Fitness range on the Presidential Fitness Awards.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to read the names, and Coach Charles is going to give out these certificates to those students who have achieved this level of performance. So here we go. These are the students who were able to make 3 out of 4 of the Presidential Physical Fitness activities. Emma Birdsong, Jamia Coleman, Bria Cook, Nyla Cummings, Arilee Hearns, Kirsten LaSure, London Owens, Allison Ruiz Guzman, Taylor Thompson, Akila Wilson, Caleb Bates. Danny Dean. Oliver De Silas Cabrera. Devin Hines. Nevin Jones. Mikhail Odoms. Logan Owens. Malachi Thompson. Jason DiToro. Amir Young. And Jared Young. Let's give all of those students a big round of applause for their efforts. That's phenomenal work. Now, we are going to recognize the students who were able to achieve the presidential physical fitness level in all 4 of the areas. We have Alana Griffin, Tamar Ewan, Drayson McCoy, Michael McDaniel, Marcos Navarrete, and Alexander Phillips. All right, let's give these students an extra big round of applause. Thank you, Coach Charles. All right. You know, back in my day, I probably could have done 2 before. I don't know. Now I would be lucky if I didn't kill over from a heart attack through doing all that physical activity. So you guys are awesome. What I want to tell you is this: stay physically fit. It is really important that you do that. All right. The next thing I'd like to do is recognize a few students who have done a significantly great job with an activity that we have at our school called Lego League. This year, our Lego League team was able to go to regionals again for, I believe, the 6th year or 5th year in a row. It's pretty amazing. But this group probably has been able to do it for 2 or 3 times in a row. If you are a member of our Lego League team, would you go ahead and stand up, please? All right, let's give these 2 a big round of applause. Thank you. Thanks for that. The Lego League team participates in a program where they are competing against not only elementary schools, but middle schools. And they do this very successfully. They work very hard, and the work that they do is all outside of the school day. So they spend a lot of time here at night to do what they do, and they represent our school very, very well. So I just appreciate all their efforts. Great job, guys. All right, we're going to get you some academic awards. We're going to start with our academic math awards, and this relates to iReady. How many of you remember iReady? All right. I hope that you all did the best that you possibly could on the iReady test throughout the year, because these awards go to those students who were able to grow well beyond what we would expect a student to be able to grow on their iReady math scores. These students achieved a level of at least 200% of the growth that we would expect a student to be able to achieve during the year. So Mr. Purcell, if you can come on over here, I'm going to have Mr. Purcell hand out these awards. And these are in no particular order. William Drake. Malachi Thompson. Island Chavez. Alex Carnahan. Emmanuel Buchanan. Oliver DeSilas Cabrera. And Renaya Chamberlain. Excellent. You know, one of the things that I've always been focusing on with students since I've been here is the concept of growth. We all start in different places, but it's all about how far we can grow while we're here. And we want all of you to make sure that you continue that effort as you move forward. It's how much you grow. We want you guys to continue to try your hardest and do the best that you can in everything that you do. All right, the next set of awards is for ELA. Let me have Ms. Berry do these, Mr. Purcell. Ms. Berry is going to hand out these awards to you since Ms. Halford did not be here today. So these students achieved at least 200% of the normal growth that we would expect during the regular school year on their ELA I-rated test. All right, here we go. Layla Scott. Eileen Chavez. Bria Brooke. Tamara Hewitt. Malachi Thompson. Jake Thomas. William Drake. Max Kurtz. Oliver DeSilas Cabrera. Emmanuel Buchanan. Michael McDaniel. Logan Owens. Caleb Bates. Emma Birdsong. Stefan Moore. And Marcos Navarrete. All right, let's give all of the students who got these academic awards a big round of applause. All right, the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to present your completion certificates for your 5th grade year here at Meadowmere. So we're going to do this one class at a time. What you're going to do is we have the first class being Ms. Halford's class. And so in a second, I'm going to ask all of Ms. Halford's class to stand up. The first row is going to basically make a movement like this, make a little S shape. You're going to come towards the front. We're going to read your name. We believe we have you pretty close to being in alphabetical order, however. If I read your name and you're not next in line, that is okay. You will just step in front and come to the front so you can get your certificate. Okay? And then we'll go to the next class, which will be Mr. Purcell, and then we'll finish with Ms. Berry's class. If we happen to miss someone, we will fix that problem before you leave today. Okay? And I will make sure that every name gets read. I'll be reading some names of students who are not here today. They may be a virtual student, or they may be an in-person student who just couldn't be here for some reason. But I want to make sure that they say all of their names get read today. All right. Ms. Halford's class, if you would go ahead and stand up. The first row, you will begin making a little S shape here. Alexander Alvarado Guerra. Yeah, yours is kind of special, so you can go right back there. Island Chavez. Kirsten Culver. Bria Crump. William Drake. Tamar Hewitt. DeAndre Carter. Darlene Hermans. Max Kurtz. Mikhail Owens. Ethan Ortiz. Tyler Poole. Miasia Reese. Lennon Owens. Jaden Jordan. Violet Reno. Daisy Sanchez. Adriel Thomas. Malachi Thompson. Diana Velez. Akila Wilson. Chantel Wilson. Amir Young. Jair Young. All right, that is Ms. Halford's class. Let's give them a round of applause. All right, next up, let's have Mr. Purcell's class stand up. The first row, if you will make your way on down. Emma Birdsong. Alex Carnahan. Jamia Coleman. Audrey Kuhn. Danny D. Jordan Evans. Christian Frere. Demorian Franklin. Catherine Griffith. Devin Hines. Yolette Lopez Alvarado. Stefan Moore. Marcos Navarrete. Jackson Perry. Zane Porter. I think we have a student step out, so I'm going to read his name later. Layla Scott. Jason Theodore. Chrisette Walker. Miriam Lopez Anita. Cortez Franco. Caleb Bates. Drayson McCoy. Amaya Miller. Jasmine Serna Correa, and Chloe Williams. Okay. Last thing I'm going to read from this class is Eric Urgell. All right. Let's give that class a big round of applause. All right, our third fifth grade class, Miss Berry's class, if you would go ahead and stand up. And the first row of Miss Berry's class, if you guys would come on down, followed quickly by the second row. Nasim Boykin, Caden Bush, Malcolm Carr, Renaya Chamberlain, Nyla Cummings, Oliver DeSilas Cabrera, Emmanuel Kichaba, Alana Griffin, Nevaeh Hall, Samara Houston, Nevin Jones, Vulcan Lopez, Kirsten LaSure, Michael McDaniel, Soraya Milo, Noah Mintz, Logan Owens, Alexander Phillips, Mariah Reyes, Adriana Romero, Allison Ruiz Guzman, Jaden Thomas, Taylor Thompson, Marcus Weston, and Tatum Carson. Let's give that third class a great round of applause. Now, the last thing that we would like to do to finish up our ceremony is to recognize a specific group of students who have been here from the very beginning of their educational career. So, at this time, if you are a student who has been at Meadowmere Elementary School since kindergarten, would you go ahead and stand up where you are at? We call this group of students the old timers. They have been here through it all, from the beginning to the end of their elementary time. Can we give these guys a round of applause? They're awesome. We love them too. Now, what's interesting about this crew right here is that they came into the school the same year that I did. So they've been with me for 6 years. Great job, guys. You did a great job. All right, you guys can go ahead and sit down. As you leave us tomorrow at 12:10 p.m., at that point, you are sixth graders. So you guys are going to be heading to Grandview Middle School. What I want you guys to remember is this. You are Meadowmere Meadowlarks forever. All right? When you get to Grandview Middle School, I want you to remember that you represent Meadowmere through your actions and to the things that you say. I want you to show everyone at Grandview Middle School what you're made of. I want you to try your hardest in everything that you do. Prove that you belong there, and you will do that. It's going to be amazing. I know you guys are going to represent this school well as you move forward in life. And although I will not necessarily be here next year, I hope to get the opportunity later on in life, several years on down the line, to see what you guys have done with your lives. I want to see some amazing things. I want to see you guys truly do everything that you're capable of. It's been a pleasure being principal at this school for the last 6 years, and I hope that you have enjoyed your time, however long that has been, here at this school. All right, adults, at this time, can we give this class a huge round of applause for all of their accomplishments? Teachers, do you have anything that you would like to say before we conclude? All right. Thank you very much for coming this morning. At this time, we are going to call this celebration assembly to a close.